What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Evil Metal Gamers podcast. Sorry, Evil Metal Gamers podcast. My name is Jose Roldan.
I'm Frank Berna.
And we have our hosts at LA. Dylan?
So, guys,
What your name? Your name? Any minute.
I said it, Dylan Espino.
Oh, Dylan Aspinall. Okay.
Excellent. So, episode 4.
Episode 4.
Technically 5.
Technically 2. This is the actual second one going into the actual podcast. But yes.
Check us out on iTunes. On iTunes at the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
Yes, and also at Google Play, we're the same as Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
And check us out on Twitter, Evil Metal Gamers
podcast. Yes.
Got a bunch of stuff that happened. I don't know if anybody knows this week, but apparently Tokyo Game Show happened. TGS, as they like to call it.
Which I have no idea.
I didn't have any idea.
And they didn't talk about it. Did you know, Dylan?
Yeah, I did.
You did? There was nothing that nobody mentioned anything. I mean, normally IGN is all over this shit, and I didn't see anything.
Usually it's pretty small.
It was about as quiet as a Japanese fart.
This year, Sony showed a lot of shit.
The what?
This year, Sony kind of took over and showed a lot of their stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, what was Xbox going to show in Japan?
Well,
girls.
Xbox exists in Japan.
Doesn't exist. They're like, what is that? So?
Tokyo Game Show. Something that I saw, being a huge Metal Gear fan. Left Alive, coming out from the artistic director of Metal Gear Solid. From what it looks like, the protagonist reminds me of the Russian in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yes, it does.
He looks
the guy with the electricity.
Yep, he looks very much like it. The art style from there, it's based off of the Front Mission games that Square Enix started way back at like the beginning of PC. They've always been about this franchise. It's a heavy mech style gaming.
They didn't show anything. I saw the trailer.
There's
very little.
No, there's a gameplay trailer.
That also, but I saw the trailer, and I thought it was Metal Gear when I saw it. I was like, "What is this shit?"
Yeah, but it's at 50% complete. They were guessing. They're saying that it's an action survival horror game. Takes place in Russia in 2127, with a bunch of people that, from the research that I did, I'm not even going to attempt to do their names. They're all Japanese, and I do not want to disrespect people by saying their names incorrectly. But the cast of people, they have an extensive history of being producers and art direction, but this is the first time that the 3 guys who are taking control of this title are working on it. One of the producers has been the producer of Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy X, if memory serves me right. Final Fantasy.
So none of the bad Final Fantasies.
Well, 13-2.
13-2 wasn't bad.
So this guy,
if you said what was the bad ones, what the fuck are they?
8.
No, he wasn't as bad as the one with lightning. What are those? Those are
13s. And 12 sucks. I don't care what anybody says. Final Fantasy 12 is balls.
I disagree, but I also like Final Fantasy 8. So.
Oh God,
Dylan. It wasn't bad. You just because it started right after Final Fantasy 7, of course. You know, it's like some fucking comedian going right after Dane Cook. Come on, give it a bitch.
Dylan, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 8. Weigh in on it.
8 was my second Final Fantasy. No, my third.
Your second? We're not talking about your virginity. Did you say normal? What are your second? What?
We're saying, where do you rank it? Is it good or is it bad?
In my book, it's good, I think.
Hey, your volume's a little low, just to let you know.
All right, I'll try to fix it.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get closer. You're talking far. Are you calling from the bathroom?
No.
You're whispering? Okay, so going back, which which one's your favorite?
Of the Final Fantasies?
Yeah.
Probably 7.
You guys always 7. There's nothing interesting when everybody says 7.
Well, 7's the best.
It is.
It was, yes, but 8 was interesting too. 8 was the actual first one that had like normal proportion on humans. So it had a bigger impact on me because of that. It
well-
wasn't giant heads and weird
I did
bodies.
enjoy it. It was realistic in some ways.
Hence why I'm looking forward for the remake of Final Fantasy VII because I want to play it like that.
Oh yeah,
I've always liked that. I didn't like 9. I hate it when they go back into
in which they're re-releasing. Tokyo Game Show announced that they're.
For
It's not
PS4,
even
right?
re-releasing. It's out. It came out like that day.
Are you serious?
Final Fantasy 9 remake is
It's like
out.
Sega Saturn.
It's out. It's available now. You can get it. I liked
But
9.
PS4 you're talking about.
Yes.
Only PS4?
It might be on PC. I could be wrong.
Oh
Don't.
shit, if it's on PC.
It's been on Steam for a while.
Is
It
it?
has?
Yeah.
9?
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound accurate.
But
LA Steam is different.
9 is good. 9 was good graphically. 9 did something graphically that took me back. The fact that they went away from the future, because when you
Yeah.
look at 6, 7, and 8, everything was very futuristic based.
Yes.
9 went
Yeah.
back to airships. 9 went back to castles.
Yeah.
There was a lot of. I would say 9 was probably the epitome of Final Fantasy lore.
Oh yeah.
You know, Sid was a king. The swords were important. Excalibur saved the queen.
The mages, the ones with you can
Yeah.
see their faces.
Yeah, Vidi was a mage.
Yeah, but that style wasn't
yeah, that-
around for the other ones.
Right.
Oh,
You could have 4 characters, not 3. A summoner was only a summoner. Not everyone could have summon spells. Not everyone could
I
have
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, no,
game
that-
is 2000. They came out in 2000.
what?
Final Fantasy 9.
No,
right?
I was still in high school. That was
man.
Oh well, no.
So
2000. Yeah, no. 2000. That does sound right. Yeah, that game was. It was really hard. It had a lot of really deep meaning. Just the idea that life, once you die, there is no heaven or hell. So, what's the point of even trying any?
Jesus Christ.
There were parts of that game where, as a 17, 18-year-old kid, I was like, "This is fucking wow."
Why do would you see? Why do kids in Japan go to the suicide forest? I wonder why. There's no hope.
Yeah, so they announced that Final Fantasy IX remake, the Left Alive trailer. You're right, it didn't show a lot, but with the artists and the people behind it, I'm excited for it. I mean, anybody that
Who else
Hideo,
is in it?
like I said, the 3 guys, the director, the art director, and the producer, all
But there's a guy who worked the artist from Metal Gear.
worked for Hideo. Yes, he worked for the.
That's gonna be amazing. That's a great combination.
Yeah, so there's you have the front missions, you have the Final Fantasies that they've worked on, and then this guy who worked with him in Metal Gear, and he worked with him in Zone of Enders, which is also getting an HD remake, Zone of Enders 2,
I like Zone of Enders.
with VR capability. The VR capability wasn't great, but it shows that at least Japan is dedicated to using the VR. And that you can jump from VR back to regular. You don't have to be in VR, but it gives you the opportunity to kind of play in the mechs, to be inside of the mechs.
But so what year does it take place?
Which one?
The one that's coming out.
Left Alive takes place in 21, 27.
And that's probably when the game's gonna be released.
No,
It's a
2018 is.
combination of Konami and Square Enix that equals to forever. Yes or no? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? When have they released something fast?
I mean,
Anyone?
rumor is that they're just gonna add the front mission tag in front of Left Alive.
Well, it takes place in the universe. It takes place in this Front Mission universe. For those of you who don't know, Front Mission has been around since I want to say PC. It was big on PlayStation 1. There's a Front and Armored Core. The producer of Armored Core is also on this.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no,
This game is either gonna be amazing or
or
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
bomb.
be yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
it's the number one thing I was excited to talk about today, just because of the crew behind it and the style of game. I mean, survival horror with mechs is just right up my alley. I mean,
Well, I mean, why are they calling it survivor horror? Because of the mechs?
no, because of I'm guessing location. I could be wrong in that, but I'm guessing location just because it's Russia.
Oh, I mean, that's a survivor horror already.
Yeah,
Oh, how many Russians are listening right now?
I know, right?
The order did right now for me.
That's a pretty good impression. And then going from my favorite genre of Metal Gear to
Which one?
Resident Evil 7
Oh my God! Yes, I saw the DLC.
with the I'm Not a Hero.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought it wasn't going to be Chris just because they said I'm not a hero. And spoiler alert, I don't know if anybody already finished Resident. Dylan, did you finish Resident Evil 7?
Yeah.
I did
Okay,
not.
so you know when he finishes. Oh,
I didn't beat
man.
it.
So then we can't even talk about this. Well, okay. I can't even give the details of why I thought it wasn't Chris. So let's just get to at the end. Dylan, I don't know if you noticed. It
Yes.
doesn't look like him, number one. It looked like a totally
Or
different person.
It looks a little bit like him, but he has a little tag on him.
Nah, what? A name tag that makes you that person? I'll just put a Donald Trump
not
name
a
tag.
a tag of a certain company.
So
Yes, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, well,
because
I mean,
attack.
I-
I know what you mean.
So
Either
good.
way, so then they say no. The DLC is called "I'm Not a Hero," so you assume, oh, this is not Chris. It's, in the Resident Evil or Biohazard, whatever you want to call it, universe, people can clone and turn into things. So everybody was assuming, oh, maybe it's just some umbrella corporate clone that turns into monster, or whatever. But apparently, it is Chris because. I mean, the voice and everything was the same. It wasn't the same voice when they introduced him, which, like I said, I can't tell you much information other than that he does show up, but his voice wasn't the same, right? Dylan, do you remember?
I don't remember.
Oh, what am I talking about myself here?
Pretty much. At this stage in the game, you are. Black Friday is going to be
Black
such
Friday.
a
Oh, so you
great
haven't even
day.
played the game?
No, I
you
I
rented
just
it?
got the shotgun. That was the last
Gee,
thing that
you
I got.
the shotgun. Wow,
That was the last thing that I
that
did.
was like when you get the Raven key.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, no, I'm still very much in the house and everything. I haven't even left the house. So,
let's just move on to the gameplay. Did you see the gameplay?
oh yeah, I watched the gameplay. What I like about it is Final Fantasy Resident Evil 7 went back to a survival horror genre.
Yes.
It was scary. That's where they got away from it in Resident Evil 5 and 6 is they went to this action adventure, shoot 'em up. We're going to just blow up everything. And that went away from what made the franchise so great. Even Resident Evil 4 was scary as hell. It was dark as hell.
Man, but yeah, it's scary because you're by yourself.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
The
and,
horror, yeah, the survival horror was really good on that.
but seeing the DLC, when you play a Resident Evil game for the first time, it's scary. You run out of ammo. You run out of health. You run out of everything.
yes.
By the second and third time you played it, you're a monster.
yeah.
What I like about this DLC is that it allows you to be that monster, even though it allows you to be that monster without them going away from we're going to be a survival horror.
Yeah, they don't show much, but I really hope they add more things. He has the punch, that
He has
the Chris punch, knock boulders into a volcano shit. if anybody play Resident Evil 5.
yeah, and then that shotgun machine gun thing that he has
Bro, it looks amazing.
just laying bitches out.
And I like that, like you said, when you play the second time, it's not as scary. So I like that they added that to the DLC. So when you see the monsters, they're not even that
Yeah.
scary. But I don't want to be scared when I'm using Chris.
No.
I want to go in there and just fucking kill everything.
Good,
Is,
Dylan.
is that DLC gonna be
That DLC's free. That DLC's free
It's
November.
free? What did I pay for the season pass for? Those bastards.
Birthday 1, 2, and then the end of Zoe. Because the end of
Those were
Zoe,
garbage.
that's what you paid for.
What,
I
what
pay for the
perspective
garbage
is
and
it
get the
gonna be?
free stuff.
They learned their lesson late in the game.
Yeah, I learned the lesson too. Fuck buying DLCs.
Yeah.
What perspective is that DLC gonna be in?
First person.
First person, bro.
Oh, you didn't see it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Bro, is-
man. So you know how you got your hand cut off and then they attach your hand and that's how you have your little health meter and everything?
Yeah.
So this one, you see Chris and he's walking and he grabs his helmet and he puts on his helmet and it's like a motorcycle helmet and all of his vitals and everything are projected on the screen.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It
And
looks-
it's him. It's the actual voice of the same guy who's been making the voice of Chris since
Wow.
I want to say
pretty dope.
Code Veronica. So of course they're not gonna use the actor. That guy probably is homeless right now, the original guy. But yeah, Dylan, he's awesome. He's a badass. The trailer shows that he's a badass. It's just fucking ridiculous.
So, TGS, a lot of remakes, a lot of.
So that's mostly what it was. Remakes.
We got a new Shadow of Colossus trailer.
Oh my god.
It
Am I the
is-
only one? I mean, it's the trailer got me excited at E3, but now I'm like, I'm done.
It looks
just get it
so
when-
good.
You don't have to show it to me. I
It
already
looks
know it's
so
gonna be-
good.
What-
It looks
what-
so
Yeah.
good.
I'm
What
with
did they
you,
show?
Jose.
This different this time,
It's just crisp. It's just. I mean, that's what it
but
is.
it's not just they remade it, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crisp. It's beautiful. It looks like it's 60 frames per second. Because you know how you have to climb up using hairs and everything. The hairs move and
Though I appreciate that they're remaking this masterpiece,
it is.
they need to stop doing this thing. It's getting.
I mean, I'm,
okay, now we're gonna get another PS5. We're gonna get Last of Us
Hey.
4K. Come
hey,
on.
I mean, this is the thing. I feel that there is, as long as you're doing the
You're making money.
well, yes and no. As long as you're doing the games that are epic.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want a remake of Resident Evil 5. I don't want a remake of Resident Evil 6. I'll gladly take.
I'll do a 6 remake it for me, please.
I will gladly play a Resident Evil 2 or Resident
Yes.
Evil 4. I'm not playing the Final Fantasies outside of 7. I mean, seriously.
What?
Well,
That's not fair.
Well, I bought 10 on Black Friday. I got it for like $10 on Black, and the
You just-
it is so bad as far as the voice acting goes. It is amazing how bad that was. I'm surprised I even stomached it for as far as I got.
oh my god!
But it was because PlayStation 2 was so beautiful.
And it was the first time they talked to
Yeah.
me, even though I rather read.
Oh yeah, no,
and it was better for kids to read, but it was what do you call it? Monumental. The next,
Oh, yeah.
the next step, and I don't think they ever went back.
no.
Right? They from there on, all the characters have voices and all the, till they make Final Fantasy 13. Then they took 5 steps back.
No,
So-
Final Fantasy X was them taking a step forward, but taking 3 steps back, and then 12 took another 12 steps back, and then 13
Oh
they
my
just ran
God.
there.
People would disagree about 12. 12 they say was
I don't
very good.
understand it. Dylan, tell me
Dylan-
about 12 and tell me how it's good
I-
or bad.
I skipped 12.
You skipped 12, so how? So
Final Fantasy 12,
all right.
it, as far as I'm concerned, was World of Warcraft in a Final Fantasy game. And this is
was
wh-
World of Warcraft at the time?
yes,
it was.
and that's why I was able to make that comparison. Now from there, this is where the game pissed me off, and this is where I was like, I'm fucking done with this game, because you know how every Final Fantasy game you have an ultimate weapon.
Yes.
There was a random possibility that you would get the ultimate weapon.
It was just random.
You had a 1 in 3 chance. So basically, you would have to do all these tasks.
I remember. There was one that you had to open 3 treasures.
And then if you didn't do it, you had to
That was it.
reload it. You had to
Yeah,
reload your
I
game.
remember that.
Are you kidding me? This is the argument that I give people when they talk about. They got rid of the summon spells. All of the big Leviathan, Bahamut, Ifrit, Shiva. They were all airships. They took the idea that of Star Wars that the boy is actually a famous warrior, and
I didn't
Han
get far in the game,
Solo,
so even though I liked it.
it was just straight dog shit. The only thing that was cool were the judges, because they were in this big heavy armor and there was like 6 of them.
I think that was also like Star Wars type of shit.
But
like
they
Darth Vader.
looked awesome. And
They did.
But it just because it looked good, it didn't
Yes.
make it good.
But it must have been good. It got a remake, bro. You said that only the Epic, but a lot of people thought it was
Oh,
epic. A lot of people
a lot
thought
of
it
the
was amazing.
critics, this is the thing that I remember, the critics loved it. And I remember when they made the remake, IGN said everybody hates it, but we love it and we're excited for the
This is what I read on the reviews. People were upset that they remade it and didn't fix any of the shit that people complained about. That, to me, is unacceptable for a game that came out 17 years ago. Jesus, I mean, I understand
No,
it.
it wasn't 17. Came out about 04, 05.
Okay, whatever. 13 years ago.
Yeah,
They
but
could have changed all the things that people were complaining.
it
Instead
just
of
wasn't a good
putting-
game. It was not a good game.
Yeah, my understanding of it is people either hated it or loved it. There's no bloody in between.
There's no
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what I heard. But 13 is mostly hate. 13 was terrible.
13 was just beautiful.
And 11 was a disastrous mess too. And then 14 came out and they made a shitty garbage. Remember this? And then they revamped the game. You know, it's the first time they ever, you heard the story?
Yeah.
It was total shit and they took it out and they remade it. And now it's like,
Amazing. Yeah.
it's amazing. I know you don't play online games
Yeah.
like that, but
Like an MMO. Yeah.
but it's
No, I heard.
it's right up there with World of Warcraft. Do you ever play it, Dylan?
Which one?
Are you awake?
Sorry, I was
Final Fantasy 14.
14. No, I haven't played it.
See online? Try it. They got free. I mean, do you like World of Warcraft?
I loved World of Warcraft.
Is
but
is
it's
is
so
I
time
mean,
suck.
it's very similar to World of Warcraft, except the graphics are way
Maybe Final
better.
Fantasy, I
Yeah, it's
think.
Final Fantasy, so it's much better than World of Warcraft. To me, that's my opinion. I know some people are listening that love World of Warcraft and probably want to kill me, but that's my.
I
opinion.
give respect for World of Warcraft though, because it is the same game that they just keep fixing. They just keep making it better. They keep polishing
It's
it.
Blizzard.
They keep updating it. I remember when they redid the characters. It's one of those games where I kind of wish I could have gotten into it, especially from the beginning,
Mhm.
just to see my character evolve over time. I had friends who played it, who played the hell out of it, and especially the thing is, it's all encompassing. It's not the girls who play the game, they make their characters and they create. I mean, I had friends who were girls who played World of Warcraft who created like goddamn Facebook pages of their character and they could pose
And
them.
now you can build them. You can do 3D.
It's sick. I mean, like that kind of stuff is awesome. And I mean, I wish there was a franchise or genre like it
There isn't.
that I could get into. It's one of the reasons why I try to get on to some of the newer titles. That way I could I've been there since the beginning kind of thing. I feel like games are going to start really going that route. And that's where they are. Someone said, I think Battlefield 1942 is like that. Because that's on PC and that has had a PC following
yeah.
forever.
But they were going to remake. They were going to do World of Warcraft Part 2.
But there's no like it's
They were, and something happened, and now it's Overwatch. They use all the characters from
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they build this whole massive thing. I don't remember what the name of the game was. Do you remember, Dylan?
StarCraft?
No. They
called
built this whole
Project
thing
Titan.
with what was it?
Project Titan.
Project Titan, that was it. And then it had all the characters from it was supposed to be just like World of Warcraft. It was World of Warcraft or something like that.
No, it
And
was
they
supposed to be
they worked
closer
on it
to,
for
StarCraft.
years. What happened, Dylan?
It was
Dylan
supposed to
knows.
be closer to StarCraft.
Yeah, and then they just said, "Fuck it," and
Yeah,
they
they
just
did.
they put the characters in Overwatch, and now they made another hit. It's
Yeah.
like they still made gold out of shit. I don't understand how they do it. And
Because they focus all their attention on the one thing, and then they
Blizzard's
have it,
awesome.
and then they have a team of people working on keeping it good, keeping it fresh, and everybody else goes to make something new.
bro, they're
and
the
then-
Pixar of games.
And from there, I don't know if I had the ability to stay. I don't know which one I would want to do. I don't know if I worked for a company, if I would just want to stay with one game and constantly just keep creating it and keep molding it into this awesome monster, or if I want to go and develop other projects. I look at Hideo. I mean, I will always. I mean, that's my thing. I'll always look.
Praise be him. Go ahead, say it.
Praise be his name. But I look at Hideo and how every single Metal Gear game he wanted to end it. He said, after Metal Gear Solid 2, that was supposed to be it. But then Konami's like, no.
But he
That
put
money.
his what? Blood
No,
money?
That money.
No, it wasn't blood money. It was
Because he
was
could have done garbage, Dylan.
Well, no, this
with
is
the
the
money.
thing. Every game that he made, if you look at the Metal Gears, Metal Gear 1 to Metal Gear 2,
2 was
that-
terrible.
but graphically,
It was-
I mean, not
it was-
graphically, but gameplay wise,
Yes.
it was very much the same as Metal Gear Solid 1. There was not a lot that changed. Metal Gear Solid 3 versus 2, huge jump. You had the camouflage system, you had the food system. There was a bunch of different things about part
Yes.
2 to part 3. And then when you go from 3 to
4. Liberty. No, what was it?
Peace Walker?
No, that wasn't it. Metal Gear Solid
No,
4.
Guns of the Patriots.
Guns of the Patriots.
But 4, once again, was way different. Now it was a behind the camera. It was an overhead. It was there was less of the, I'm going to use the corner to peek. There was less use of the box, which was iconic.
that was such a fucking
and then
fantastic game.
and then from there you go to Peace Walker, where you had the Fulton system, and then that was there, and then you go to 5, which is the open. Every single one of the games were
He did
different,
something different. Yes.
and he wanted to make new games. He didn't want to continue the legacy.
Of course, he started PT. That's what he was willing to do. He wanted to do something different.
Well, all those games were supposed to be something different, and they're like, "No, you can't do that." And he goes, "But it's a Metal Gear game." They go, "That's awesome." I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's my favorite franchise ever. It's my favorite video game ever. It's my favorite characters ever, and in that regard, he loved it, but he wished he could have done other things. I don't know where I fall personally. If I was a developer, what would I want to do? Would I want to have this one thing like a World of Warcraft and just constantly keep making it better? Or do I want to make a World of Warcraft and then go make StarCraft and then go make Overwatch and then go make Diablo?
Yeah.
It's so...
But it's not the same producers for all the ones in Blizzard.
No, but the teams of creators
Yes.
are pretty much going to be doing that. I mean, you look at Rockstar. Rockstar has their little games, but for the most part, Grand Theft Auto is their big one, and Red Dead Redemption is Grand Theft Auto back when Cowboys were around. There's nothing about There's nothing about Red Dead that doesn't say I'm Grand Theft Auto with Cowboys, and that's not a bad thing.
It's true.
It's not a bad thing.
What? Getting out of subject now. Is there anything else in the TGS that caught your eye? Because I really didn't know anything about it. So you told me today. I was like, what?
And then I'll say just how the Japanese, they have some unusual games. They're doing the Fist of the North Star. It's an old anime from the 80s that they're once again redoing.
Tell them about the game you just showed me.
Well,
Tell- say it.
no. That I found out that was not part of TGS. But you have this game called Drive Girls. It's a PS Vita. You have
Is this still around?
yeah, and well for Japan at least.
Oh my
So you have
God.
this game. It's called Drive Girls, and it's imagine if you had overly sexualized women that are transformers because they turn into cars, and then they fight It's weird. And then there was
people
some,
eat this shit up over
and
there.
then there was some really, really just horrible third-person shooter where you're killing bugs.
They don't really have shooters. So
That was Earth Defense Force.
It's-
It looks like shit.
wait a minute, didn't that come out for like Xbox or something? Is that the
Yeah,
same
I mean,
one?
it's been running. It's a franchise that's been running for a while now.
No, I never heard of it.
So it just
Say
looks
that
bad.
game though. To mention it
Oh,
to the,
Valhalla
to the people
Knights
listening.
3. Valhalla Knights 3.
Valhalla Knights 3. Check this out, guys.
Oh my
please.
god,
Don't-
that's
You need to check it. We're not going to tell you what it is, but check it. I mean, I don't even know how you spell it.
Just Valhalla Knights. Valhalla Knights.
Yeah,
Knights with a K. Knights with a K.
Just go
and
Google,
it's part
Google.
3. And it's part 3.
It's a part 3?
Yeah, it's a part 3.
Dylan, I know you're going to watch it now, but...
So,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Most of Valhalla Knights came out on.
So you know about this game?
Of course, Dylan.
No, I only know of the first two.
Yeah, because the third one's about to come out. Obviously, you don't know about part 3. You own them, don't you?
I did not know about 3.
You own the 2,
I never
don't you?
played the first two.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, Dylan, because I don't think Jose got it. Did you go and get Marvel vs. Capcom?
I did not get it yet.
It doesn't matter. We can talk about the things that I saw and what I played in the demo. I don't care. I mean, let's start off with the roster. They got rid of all the X-Men characters. I understand that it's harder to get the licensing for that stuff, but
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with that.
But-
Stop. It has nothing
come
to
on,
do.
man.
Nope, stop.
they
It has
took
not-
Deadpool out. Deadpool was one of the more popular ones.
Stop.
Stop.
Yes, stop. It has nothing to do with them trying to get the rights. It's all about Disney not wanting to give those character that.
Which is a shame. It's a fucking
No,
shame.
well,
It is.
yeah.
Deadpool was a great
Oh, yeah,
character.
yeah.
Deadpool was a good character, and the Wolverine. Everybody loves Wolverine.
Yeah.
Everybody loves-
And yeah, I mean Cyclops. I remember the first time I played
Oh,
Marvel.
God, yeah, Cyclops.
No. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the first time I ever played that, and because it was Cyclops and Ryu were the face of that. They were like the face of the game. They represented the
Yeah. Well, you mean Capcom versus X-Men?
Capcom versus Marvel
Part 1 or part 2?
Part 2.
But Cyclops was in both.
But he represented that.
I still I'm a little upset of the. I mean, I'm glad they're adding Venom, and they're adding all these other
I mean,
characters.
the word is they're gonna add the X-Men as DLC.
They're
no,
not,
they're
they're
not. They're not.
No, Disney's not.
They're-
Disney's everything with the Infinity Stones. This has Disney written all over.
Yeah,
it.
they're putting Venom in, and they're adding. I know there's another character they're adding. I can't remember what it is.
Because that's a Sony. This now you're getting into the Sony aspect of it, where they have the rights.
Exactly.
Because
Is it released for the Xbox? It is or not?
that I don't know. I could be wrong with that, but I don't know.
I don't think it is, right, Dylan?
It might not be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So yeah, so
Sony's
Villain,
like
so
Xbox
Venom,
everywhere.
Venom, and Spider-Man.
But there is some. Yeah, I don't remember what the other characters. There's another Marvel character that they're adding, and like I said, yes, I understand, but you shouldn't take the characters that some people love. I mean, can you imagine they put whatever? What the fuck? Okay, here's an example. They didn't put Akuma in Street Fighter, the last one that came out, Street Fighter fucking 5, because it was gonna be released on Tekken.
Yeah,
Do you know how people freaked out? People, again, going back to the Suicide Forest in Japan, because they didn't have Akuma there.
I mean,
I wanted Akuma in there.
he's one of the 3 characters. Like
Exactly. You're not going to put him in Street Fighter because he's going to be released in Street Fighter on a Tekken? Are you kidding me?
I find it funny, thinking about Street Fighter. When you're a little kid, you play with 2 characters, and as you mature, you play with 2 characters.
What were your 2 characters?
As a little kid, I know the 2 characters my brother always used when he
too,
was a little
what?
kid: Blanca
I always use Blanca.
and Dalsim.
Dawson?
Just because,
I've been playing with Chun-Li.
just because he would stretch.
Yeah, the
That-
fucking cheap shot.
But
people.
that's what the little kids like. And then, but once you get older, you realize it's literally Ryu, and that's kind of
You know
my-
Hadouken?
my personal. The thing is I was weird. I liked the 2 charge characters. I liked Guile and I liked Bison.
I still hate the charge characters. I can't stand it. Pushing down for 2 seconds or whatever. I can't.
And it gave you the ability. It gave you the ability to block.
Yes.
And that's where they excel, because you're blocking, and then you
then
come
boom.
in and you smash them.
Well, I like to
A few
get.
corrections. A few corrections.
Go ahead.
Marvel vs. Capcom is on Xbox, and Akuma is in Street Fighter 5.
It is in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
When
they
the
added
game
him.
came out, they didn't put him there.
Nah, they added him in season 2.
Exactly.
DLC.
But how the fuck are you gonna release the game and not put Akuma? How the fuck
Well,
are
the
you
whole
gonna? Do
game
you
was
understand?
finished.
Well, no,
No,
I-
this is
well,
Akuma, not. It's not some cheap character. It's not E Honda.
Did it even?
I feel. Oh, go ahead, Dylan.
It didn't even have a story mode.
I don't give a shit about the story. It's like how you are not gonna put. Why don't you take Ken out while you're at it and Ryu? Just put the dumb characters in there.
I feel like Akuma's DLC character though. There's a part of me that when I hear Akuma,
No,
just that idea of him coming as DLC and that kanji in the back and just seeing it as a DLC, that builds the hype train.
see, I liked it better where you had to do certain things for him to show up, and then you had to beat him. That.
Oh, you're
That
talking
to me-
Alpha.
Alpha, fucking Mortal Kombat, get Reptile and all that other shit. That's
Kuma should have been a secret character.
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Do certain things, try to get to the last boss with, you didn't lose a single round, that type of shit. And then when you play him, he fucking kicks your ass, and you have to do that shit all over again. Yes, that's how it should have been. Not make me pay for the season pass for a character that's been in all of the Street Fighter. It's been in all of them.
You know what I did like, and it's one of my fondest video game memories.
What?
Was Tekken 3 unlocking all those secret characters because you had to beat the game.
With certain characters.
No,
right?
every character had a supplementary character, so you had to beat the game
I think I remember.
every single character, and then once you beat it with every single character, several of the hidden characters you had to beat it with to get another hidden character.
See, that keeps the
but
gameplay fresh.
oh my god, the amount of time I played Tekken 3,
But it should have been like that.
Tekken 3, Jesus Christ. The amount of characters. I just remember just sitting back in awe once I got that final character, which his name was Dino, which was a little tiny dinosaur that you couldn't even hit. And I was like, I got them all. It was like Pokemon. I caught them all.
And you don't have to play again.
No, I still played it. Like Tekken 3 is probably one of my favorite fighters. Mortal Kombat is my favorite fighter, but I'm saying if I had to put a pantheon of just all around favorite fighting games, I would say Tekken 3 is probably very high on that list.
Was Reptile the first secret character in any fighting game? Was it Reptile? It was Reptile. I think it was.
I'm not,
I mean, Street Fighter had
to
that
get-
thing where you had to win certain things to get
Well,
Bison, to play Bison.
well, no, but I remember, yeah, because Reptile,
was
you had to get double flawless victory on every round.
on the pit.
And no, you had to
It
have.
had to be in the
No,
pit.
no, stop. You can't do my moral. You had to get a flawless victory every
Yes.
fight.
Yes.
Then you get into the pit, which is the 1, 2, 3, fourth round. It's the
Yes.
fourth. It's the fourth level. When you get to the pit,
Pit fatality.
you had to do a fatality. You had to double flawless, no block, and fatality, meaning that only certain characters could fight him, which was Sub-Zero, Raiden.
Are you sure? Dylan, look that up. I think
You couldn't play. You couldn't press block at all.
I-
and that's
Yeah, I remember that, but I thought that it
And
was
I
in the
think
pit
Sonya-
specifically because you had to do the pit fatality.
no. You just
You
go down.
drop.
No, you just go down to the pit,
Okay.
but
We're
you
gonna-
couldn't hit block.
We're going to have to look that up later.
And that's one thing.
I know you know your Mortal Kombat, but
That's
that
one
game,
thing
that game
that-
came out fucking 30 years ago.
Oh, dude, the amount of times I played more. Dude, I remember if Dylan, you can look this one up too. Look up Sega Genesis cheat code Mortal Kombat 2. I think it was left down, left, right down, right, left, left, right, right. No. That's up. No, that was
Jesus.
no, left down, left, right down, right, left, left, right, right, as the lightning is happening in Mortal Kombat 2, and that gave you access to the internal specs of the game. And then in Mortal Kombat
listening to this
3,
shit?
Mortal Kombat 3, you had to spell Abadabadoo. So it
What
was
the fuck?
ABBA Abba Dabba down, ABBA Abba Dabba.
This is a
dude,
true
down,
Mortal
up, up.
True Mortal
And
Kombat
if you
fan.
did that at the beginning, spell Abadabadoo, so ABBA down, ABBA down,
True
up,
Mortal
up. You got Smoke as the mystery character.
Why would you even go through all that shit? This
To
is
get
an
Smoke.
It was in the arcade or Genesis?
No, that was a Genesis.
But they had
Yeah.
the same shit in the arcade, and you're like, man, fuck that. I mean, you only have one quarter.
Yeah, no, that game was 50 cents.
Smoke was
50
dope,
cents,
though.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
50
but still, it
cents.
was a real pain in the ass. Like, oh, I remember people. People used to print out the fucking fatalities on a piece of paper.
Dude, I had the book.
Yeah.
I would spend
Remember, children, this is before your time, kids. You had to actually print out the fucking fatalities. Take your shit to the arcade
And then hope
and hold it on the side.
and then hope you can get it right because you had
Exactly.
like 10 seconds,
10 seconds.
if that.
Okay, there was no pause. There was no Google to look it up. To do the old-fashioned way. Anyway,
So-
sorry. I sound like an old man.
I saw to fight Reptile in the arcade.
In the
Started
arcade?
One player. Yeah, it started a one-player game.
Wait, what are you looking for? Mortal Kombat 1?
In the arcade.
Yeah.
So this is not you couldn't get Reptile. You had
No,
to fight him.
this is
How
what I
is
said.
it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's start a one-player game at the pit. Look to the moon. There must be a silhouette gliding past.
What?
A silhouette.
Silhouette. Every sixth game.
Oh my
Win double
god.
flawless victory with fatality without blocking at all. A message will appear. And then
What does the message say? You're a fucking idiot. Congratulations, you're a virgin. Is that the one it says?
I think that's when Reptile pops up.
Oh my god.
And you got to fight.
So,
Okay, so how do we always end up with Mortal Kombat, Metal Gear, and Resident Evil?
because those are the games.
So Dylan, what did?
I had something else.
Go ahead.
I have something to add.
No, go ahead.
Going back to Tokyo Game Show, going back to what we've been talking about, and I'm worried that we can't really talk about it because of
Why?
spoilers, because you haven't played it. Final Fantasy 15 with a multiplayer that's actually relevant for the game.
Whatever.
Dylan, did you watch the video that I sent you?
That's a
Send me
no.
video.
Okay, so do you
You know, with a cat that falls off the bed. Go ahead. Go ahead.
do you care or no?
I really don't care, but I mean, our listeners might want to care. I don't,
Okay, so this is a spoiler alert for Final Fantasy 15. So, as you're playing and you're progressing, the game is broken up into chapters. At chapter 13, the game changes, and your main character, because there's a giant crystal that protects the city,
yeah.
and the crystal gets taken. This happens literally within the first 30 seconds of the game. You see how the crystal gets taken. And so you've been trying to track down the crystal to protect your city. And as you find the crystal, the main character, who's a king, Noctis, touches the crystal and gets sucked into it,
Okay.
right? So when chapter 14 starts, Noctis comes out and it's 10 years in the future.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
And the world has disappeared into this perilous dark night, horrible fucking cesspool of a wasteland. And
That sounds like Ocarina of Time, but go ahead.
so this
Yeah.
so one of the characters who was a little kid is now he's an adult, and he comes and he picks you up and he's telling you all about like
That's your son?
it's a character that you know that you
Okay.
met throughout the game.
Okay.
And so now he's grown up and he's telling you like this is what's happened, and then you have your friends who are in the game and he tells you, you know, this person's been over here and this person's over here. So the movie has a
Which I really need to see.
it's actually really good.
I heard.
Dylan, did you like it?
I liked it.
Kingsclave.
You have,
Yes, I've
you have
heard
to
of it.
watch it if you're gonna play the game.
Yeah. And I recommend this is how I recommend you do it. You play chapters 1 and 2 and then watch Kingsclave.
Are you kidding me?
And it
I have to
ma-
go
it-
through this shit.
It's worth it. It made the game
So I won't see the movie till 2018.
it made it worth it for me. That's my experience. It made it better in my opinion.
Okay. So just go to the multiplayer.
But the
reason.
multiplayer, you're part of this fighting faction that's trying to at least keep peace while the king is gone. So that's why it makes sense. And you're part of the Kingsclave, which you have the abilities of magic and stuff along those lines, because that's something that they were gifted, being part of them. So you're an elite force, which makes the game cool, because hopefully in this multiplayer aspect, you're going to run into other characters that you ran through, and not in the game, you're going to piece together more of the story. This goes back to what I said. It's not a good game. It's not a bad game. It's an incomplete game. And you can tell by all the DLCs that they're releasing, which is cool for you because when you get it for PC, I mean, you're going to have all 3 of the major character DLCs. Those will be out. You'll probably have the multi-character, and they'll probably have some other stuff for you to have on top of that. So you'll have
Everything.
a complete game versus what we had, which was an incomplete game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wait.
So Dylan, you didn't watch the trailer then?
No, I did. I did actually.
Yeah.
It looks fascinating, man.
That's what I'm
It
saying. It's
almost
a
makes
multiplayer. Go ahead.
It makes me want to like wait and see what else they're gonna do in the future. Cause I need more reasons to go back to it.
Did you play the Assassin's Creed mode? I didn't. Not yet, at least.
No, I didn't.
They're running out of ideas. God. Anyway, let's go back to we're gonna talk about other news. Are we done with TGS or is there something else that we don't know?
No, TGS.
Dylan, are we missing
There was
something?
one more thing about TGS.
Okay, Steve
which I
Jobs, go
was-
ahead.
Well, besides being excited for like Fist of the North Star, because it's being made by the Yakuza guys, the game that I
Wait a
really
minute. Actual
showed off,
Yakuza or the game?
the game.
Okay.
Yakuza's, the other game that really fascinated me was
Okay.
Monster Hunter World, and they showed just
Oh,
like,
for the Switch?
no, it's for PC. PlayStation
Monster Hunt World?
4.
Yeah.
Not Monster Hunter.
No, Monster Hunter World. It's the next Monster.
It's the one that's going to be on the 4. Remember they showed it at they showed it at
Yeah.
E3. The guy was churning like the
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
dinosaur leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like hug shots and all kinds of shit. But they showed a lot more of the story in the TGS one,
Uh-huh.
which was usually Monster Hunter doesn't focus too much on story,
Mm-hmm.
and they did this time, and I am really excited for that one.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I mean it's
I never heard of
I've-
this game, so
I've never been into the Monster Hunter because they've always pretty much
I
been,
always thought it was a Nintendo game.
yeah. Well, that's one thing,
No,
but
it's
it's
come
been
on,
it's been on Vita
on-
too, right?
yeah, Vita, PSP,
DS.
Wii.
Yeah, it's always been a
But is it coming out for the Switch?
No, it's not coming out.
So what's this one that I saw on the Switch with hunting and shit?
Pokemon.
No, it's not Pokemon. Fucking
Don't know what you saw, man.
nah. I was on acid. Okay. So anything else? Because I didn't see TGS, so I don't know anything. No.
Like
Oh,
Monster Hunter's been super popular in Japan, so
I mean,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard of
but
that.
that's-
of
and
course.
and that's TGS. So
Of
Yeah.
course, they would show it in TGS if it's super popular.
I'm glad they're focusing on story elements, and the game looks amazing for Monster Hunter. Usually, it's been on portables, and that's been a turn off. So I'm happy,
Yeah. That really
the-
does.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
happy
like that.
for what they're showing.
So,
What's next?
where are you
What's
going?
what did you say, Dylan?
What's next?
What's next? I wanted to talk about well, this is a different topic about people pissed off at the guys who made Firewatch. Is it the game? Is that the name of the game? Have you played Firewatch? The
Yeah,
guys
I
are sitting in a
Firewatch.
tower.
I didn't play it. It's on my to get list.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, story wise is amazing.
Yeah.
But the PewDiePie incident.
Yeah.
He was the first one to come out and say, this is bullshit. I can't let people, this idiot play with my game. And he went into YouTube and he got it eliminated. So apparently people retaliate. You know what I'm talking about, Dylan? Have you heard this news?
Yeah, I did hear.
They retaliated. You
But
have to be careful with PC gamers.
Yeah.
Because PC gamers can fuck you 6 ways to sundown. It's ridiculous because they go into Steam and then they just bombard you with bad reviews and bad reviews. Before you know it, you're buried in bad reviews. They did it to GTA. They did it when 2K said that they couldn't do any more mods. No more mods. Fuck you guys. we are gonna do it our way, and then people just fucking went nuts on PC because that's one of the reasons that people still play on PC.
Right.
Is the mods, and they just start doing bad reviews, which is in a way.
You can't really bad review Grand Theft Auto. 'cause
And it's petty. It's
Right.
fucking. I understand what you're saying, but come on, that's no different than pick it. What do you call it? Going in front of fucking going on strike in front of a building or something and just talking
Right.
shit. So Steam is implementing this thing where they're gonna put like a histogram or some shit.
Yeah, you had to actually play the game.
Well, you can check for people who want to look for reviews. They'll have like a histogram on it, and it'll say, okay, from this time to this time, it was great reviews, and then from this time to this time, it dropped. But the game, then they give you reasons too, like nothing has been changed, no updates, no nothing. It just dropped, and then you can put two and two together.
Well, from what I read, you can't review a game unless you played it for X amount of time.
And I think that's right. I think it
I do
should be
too.
like that. Just like Amazon is starting to implement, where if you're not an Amazon shopper, then you can't put a fucking review, or you give a review if you don't even shop there.
Yeah.
But I'm glad the Steam is doing this because it's just. I understand everybody's frustration, but I mean, you're gonna fucking some guy who wants to play a game for the first time, they usually go by the review, and when they see that it says 0, negative 30 on reviews, you're not gonna buy it.
Right.
It's just your fucking money. You don't want to get. You won't even glance. At me personally, I don't even glance at it if it's super bad. Do you Dylan? Do you even bother looking at the pictures or anything if it says it's 100% bad reviews?
It really depends on the game for me.
So you would actually buy a game even though it says 100% this game fucking sucks or people hate it.
I bought No Man's Sky.
That came after you bought the game. You bought it before it came out. That's not the same. It's not the same. And those are real reviews though. Nobody went there and gave it bad reviews because he did something bad, even though he made promises that he didn't keep. The game really did suck.
After it came.
When?
I bought it like 4 days after.
How much you buy it for? Was it cheap? Was it like, just please take this game? I swear, please take it.
Full price.
You
paid
full-
retail?
Are you
for
fucking kidding me for that game?
Yeah. I
But
bought it on
well, see,
Steam.
that's not the same. It is not the same.
How does your wife let you keep a credit
Yeah.
card?
That's not the
get it.
same. That was an actual bad game. That is not the same example. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you hear it's awesome and then you look and it says it's terrible. Then you're like, what the fuck is going on? This game was just last week. Everybody loved it. This game was shit from the first day. And you bought it?
4 days later.
4
4
days.
days.
I can't
Yeah.
look at you right. Thank God I
I
can't
was-
look at you. I
I was
slapped. I
excited
would
for
spit
it.
the monitor if I could see you.
God.
I wanted to see if it was actually good or bad.
Did
For
you keep
retail? For retail.
You and George deserve each
Oh
other.
my God. Next, you're gonna tell me Destiny 2 is fun.
No,
Fuck, I gave that game a plug. God damn it, I hate that game.
I was really excited for it when it was shown.
But they
and
said it was garbage. Why would you be excited for
I
a
know.
game?
because I felt like, well, even if it was garbage, I felt like they were gonna patch it enough where it was gonna be good eventually.
They told you it was garbage. They're not gonna patch. A patch is a glitch in the system, or you walk and then you die, or you walk through the floor. That's
Well,
what you
it's
do a
got-
fucking
it's
patch.
gotten-
There's no
it's
patch
gotten
to
a lot
fix
of
the
content.
entire fucking game. Oh, here's a
It's
patch.
gotten a lot of
I'm
content.
looking at you, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, oh, and
There's
then that's
things
forget it.
building.
I finished that game. Let me say, I just finished that fucking game, and I'm so upset that there are no DLCs or anything. You know, the people with the masks, the DLC was going to come out for that, for them. You have no idea what this story is about? All of them went to Andromeda, the other
Right.
galaxy, and all that
Right.
shit, and they all go fucking missing. And then every single race is being found, and I forgot, what are the name of the ones that are in the masks?
Quarians?
Quarians. And they talk about it. Oh, the Quarians, we just found them. I guess we're going to have to go discover. And then the game fucking ends. And you're like, oh, okay, so that's going to be a DLC. And then they say, no, fuck you, no DLC. So fuck them. Anyway, I'm very happy that they're doing that. I mean, people, you have to put a stop to that shit because maybe nobody gives a shit that PewDiePie says that shit and they want to play Firewatch. So, and Firewatch was great. It was fucking great.
No, but then he uses slur on
Yes, he did
on
this.
Pug.
Yes, he did. But what I mean is, what the I don't know what the guy, the producer, the guy who made Firewatch, said. Fuck you. We're gonna take your game out.
Oh.
And then people get, oh, he didn't mean it. It was a moment of anger.
God, I hate him so much. So,
All right.
away from video games, but we're gonna stay in the realm of video games.
Oh my God, we're gonna talk about it, aren't we?
I mean,
We are gonna talk about it.
we'll say it.
The Tomb Raider movie.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know he was gonna say it. What a pile of shit. Oh my God. It's a B movie. That fucking movie's a B movie. They did that with $10 and 3 Big Macs. They got a bunch of homeless people and they built that fucking movie.
Are you ready for this? I didn't even watch the trailer.
It's terrible. It's
No, you want to know how I didn't even watch the trailer? The website that said they released the trailer, they said, we miss Angelina Jolie already. And I'm like, nope.
I was like, what am I watching? I thought it was being. Do you remember when we were at the Blockbuster? The garbage. You could tell the garbage.
Oh, yeah.
It was made by the Weinstein brothers or whatever.
In the name of the king?
And I swear it might as well be Umbao. What the fuck's his name? It might as well have been him who directed this movie. This movie looks terrible. No offense to you. What's your name? I wrote you down here somewhere. What's it? Alicia Vikander. No
Who
offense.
has an Emmy. And I'm not
So
an Academy Award. She has an Academy Award.
But I mean, you look at the script, you could tell it's garbage. I mean, Jesus, don't you read the script? They just said Tomb Raider. I'm gonna do it. Yes, I'll do it. I mean, that's how people get into porn. They don't read the script, and before they know it, they're getting fucked in the ass. Jesus, read the script before you do this garbage. Your career's over now. It's over, Alicia. I'm not gonna see any movie with you because you're always gonna remind me of this fucking stupid fucking movie. Every time I see your face, and you know what? Fuck you. Now I might not even play Tomb Raider because of you. Because every time I play Tomb Raider, I'm gonna see your face. Thank you. Yeah. Is everybody okay?
So much anger. There was
Because
so much.
first, do you know how long it took to revamp this series to make it good again? And then they do this shitty movie? It took them years. Yes or no, Dylan? The game is good now.
Yeah, no,
It's good
I
again.
beat the first one, and
And
I
two was
and
good
and
also.
I rented the second one, and I started to play it.
It
and
took them years. It took another company to fix the garbage that it was. And then they do this. How dare them? How
do
dare
agree.
them?
Do
I'm going to give them a bad review at Steam.
So, with that being said, I will
Okay.
tell you about the trailer that I did watch.
What?
And not only did I watch it, I watched it 3 times in a
Oh,
row.
God. What?
Did you see the trailer for Punisher?
Yeah. What? A new one?
The trailer for Punisher, not a teaser. The full blown.
Wasn't what I saw in the trailer?
Was it a teaser? Was it to a musical soundtrack, or was it him in the woods?
A musical soundtrack like what? Like
Oh my
Wizard
God!
of
Yeah,
Oz
no,
and
no. Dylan, did you watch it?
I
what was
did
the
not-
musical soundtrack? What was it? Sound of Music?
No, it was one by Metallica.
That's
Did you see it?
no, I guess not.
Okay, so after this podcast is
gonna
over,
be-
it's that good.
I agree. It's
No,
he's
no,
the
no.
greatest Punisher there is for now.
No, you
For now, to
when you
remake it again
see
4 times.
when you see this trailer, you're going to I literally watched it 3 times in a row. I played it, rewound it, played it again. I mean, yes, I watched it on VHS.
Oh my God! On VH, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I
Are
said
we talking about the series that's coming out, or are you talking
yes,
about the old
I'm
original
talking,
movie
No, I'm talking the series.
with Rudolph,
Netflix-
whatever's his name? I will
Netflix,
crush you.
original?
Dolph Lundgren.
Huh?
Dylan, did you watch it?
What are we talking about? Punisher?
Punisher.
Jesus Christ!
Punisher trailer, the new one.
No, I have it on my computer right now though.
Oh, okay.
And you're watching it right
I'm
now.
gonna watch it
No,
as
I'm gonna
soon
watch
as I turn this thing off. I'm gonna see it because I mean I love
No, it's
But it's the Netflix. We are on the same page. It's a Netflix one, right?
I'm telling you right now, dude. When you see what they did with this trailer, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit! What
you
the
know,
fuck?"
guys,
did I
you don't know
watch?
Frank very well, but Frank never watches trailers because he feels that it ruins the movie for him. And it's for him to watch this trailer is big.
And it's
Very big.
the best part is it doesn't spoil anything. That's probably the best part about it.
Let me tell you that I went to the movies with Frank, and he closed his eyes on a specific movie and put his fingers in his ears, and started bobbling shit like la 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 la, right near people, so he didn't have to hear the fucking trailer. Okay, so for him to actually watch this trailer, it must be good. So watch it.
It's epic.
Okay. Other news. We've been talking, and we have to.
Yeah. We gotta wrap things up. I gotta catch a flight. Nash Vegas, here I come.
So, PUBG, new stuff coming out. I'm sure people know already. Dylan, do you know? Well, of course you don't own it, right?
No.
They're finally adding vaulting, which is cool. I actually saw some footage where people actually can jump out a fucking window. That's gonna be epic. Especially when you're by yourself and 2 people are coming at you. You can fucking jump out windows, climb other things, and all that other kind of bullshit. You can do the 3D replay. They're going to put the esports involvement. I don't know. I mean, I understand the team. I like it better when you're by yourself. You want to do esports? That probably would sell better than the team. My opinion. It worked for the Hunger Games. It worked for Battle Royale. People just love seeing that one lonely person trying to fucking survive. So if you're going to do esports, my recommendation
100-player free for all
is free for all.
And then
free
have
for
lights
all.
over
lights and
everybody.
everything.
And then as they die, just
Yes,
turn off their lights.
Yes. And you can push a button and you can change from character. You know, the people are watching. Yes, I think that would be better than team-based. Honest to God, that sounds amazing. If they could do that, I would watch it. I would watch it to see who is the last person to survive. That is the way to do it if you are going to do esports. Do not fuck this up by doing it teams. Nobody cares. I don't care about teams. I'll watch Overwatch on Disney X or whatever the hell. Bullet penetrations. Now bullets can go in certain areas like wood and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Now they're going to have player progression, which is also cool because I don't know how the fuck am I doing in this game.
What does player progression do, though?
I think you're going to level up and stuff like that, but not.
What is that going to do?
I don't know. Nobody knows. You just put something. They just said what they're going to implement. So if anybody knows, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know. The last thing is they just added fog. Fog is fucking amazing. Fog is crazy, and they lowered the sound. I don't. Maybe it's me. When you play fog, there's no sound at all, so you can't hear shit. It's all completely quiet. And when you go in there, you don't know who's gonna come out of nowhere. It's fucking amazing. This game is just impressing me every single day, and I can't really. And it's not even released yet. This is not the actual game. This is. It's what did you call it? A beta? It's not a beta, right? It's
early access.
Early access, so they can still come up with some amazing shit. And it needs to go to PS4. This is my other recommendation. Please put it out for PlayStation because I'm willing to buy this game for PlayStation to play with my friends or PC or whatever. But please, Xbox, Microsoft, don't buy the fucking game. I swear. I will give you a bad review on Steam.
You're going to get Pug a bad review.
I'm the only one that somebody finds me.
I said we're going to get a bad review on this podcast. We're going to have like a -7 stars.
Okay, and last thing that I'm going to talk about, which I wanted to maybe I want people's input. I want Dylan's input and Frank's input. What the fuck is the name of the game? Oh my god, sorry about that, guys. It's Fortnite. Did you hear about this, Dylan? The Fortnite news. Fortnite is going to implement something that is close to PUBG.
They already did.
So it's like Battle Royale, but then Bluehole is bitching that it's not right because they created it, and I talked to Frank about this before we started because where do we draw the fucking line? I gave him examples. Okay, if Coca-Cola can't say, "Oh no, Pepsi's a cola," so you can't put Pepsi. Big Mac can't, McDonald's can't say don't sell burgers because those are burgers. Okay. Battle Royale, yes, you're the first to do it, but I don't believe that you own the rights of Battle Royale. If you did, you wouldn't be fucking calling it Battle Royale, which is based on a Japanese movie. Because now the Japanese will be looking for you. So Bluehole, you're doing it great. You don't have to worry. People love your fucking game. You don't have to whine and go in there and say that oh no, this isn't right. Don't do it. And I think Fortnite is actually listening and actually taking it down. Do you agree, Dylan?
So this, I'm very mixed about this because H1Z1 and DayZ were like the first battle royales.
I don't think they were battle royales. This was a
mean,
Survivor. It wasn't
they're all Survivor games. But,
no, but okay, but PUBG is not a Survivor game. It's
I mean, the
This is a
creator
battle-
himself came out from H1Z1.
Yeah, H1Z1 was like the first. And then they had their zombie game, which was kind of cool. And I remember watching people play it,
okay. So
but it looked like shit. But it was still, the concept of it was really cool. And I mean, nobody had any guns or anything. And then there were people who like lived for like 4 whole days and they had a whole arsenal. But then they'd sleep and wake up being dead.
oh, that's awesome.
And shit's fucking brutal.
But okay, so going back to that, I mean, what stops Wolfenstein? I don't remember who the original people who made Wolfenstein. What stops them from saying no? We're the first-person shooters.
Yeah.
What stops Nintendo to say no? We not even Nintendo. It's Namco can say no. We're the first 2D. With Pac-Man 2D stroller. No, this is it's
Wow.
not
Yeah,
right.
It's a hard discussion because, like, have you seen the Fortnite?
No, I
content?
have not played Fortnite, but if I heard is the same, but it's just a mood.
It's a direct copy from PUBG.
It doesn't.
I don't know,
It's okay.
changes.
Well, capture the flag and capture the fucking skull from Halo. Was it capture the skull? Was it something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it called, Dylan? You love that fucking game. What is it?
I think it was Skulls.
Oh my
Skull
God.
Ball or something.
But even still,
Well,
every
it's the same shit. Or protect the.
I mean, it's domination. It's
Domin-
domination
exactly.
in Call of Duty, and then what is it in Titanfall?
who did
Yeah,
Deathmatch first? Was it 007? It was
Something like that.
GoldenEye, right?
Yeah.
What stops Rare from saying, "Oh no, you can't do Deathmatch"? We created that. How is that any different? It's not,
Yeah.
right?
It's hard.
It's a
hard
mode. It's
situation.
just a game mode. It's a version of multiplayer that's a game mode.
It is.
Nobody
No,
wants to-
no. I mean, I'm
just
on
wish
your
it looked
side. I mean,
a little bit different.
They don't have any right because unless they put the exact same characters,
yeah,
they're not allowed to say anything. Okay.
You'd have to do a full copyright infringement.
Yeah, it's just plain and simple. I mean, there was a game that ripped off Overwatch like exactly the same. That I understand Blizzard being pissed. Remember that game that came out? I think it was like 2 weeks afterwards. Chinese
I think
game
it
or
was
something.
a Chinese game, yeah.
But it was the exact same shit. The exact everything, right? Everything was
Yeah.
exactly the same characters, just different names.
Oh,
That
no, it was slightly modified.
slightly modified, but it was the same thing. They had a guy with a fucking robotic suit that did a shield to protect you. They had a guy who create.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. That is copyright infringement or whatever the hell you call it. But
Well, like
Not a
the
mo-
island, the island itself is just like the island from PUBG, and
what do you
the
mean?
way.
But even
you jump
Fortnite's
in,
graphics, I mean, they're two different styles.
Is
the graphics are very different. Yeah, that's
I don't. I mean, guys, whoever's listening to this, if you agree, leave a comment or let us know. I mean, go to our Twitter and let us know. But my opinion is that they should just shut their mouth. Don't shoot yourself in the foot because you have the #1 game right now in Steam. I think they surpassed Dota, right?
Careful.
Yeah. They did
Jose's
for,
gonna leave you a bad comment.
couple days.
I'll leave you a bad comment. Yes, a bad review.
And the worst part is that they're thinking of taking legal But
This is so stupid. I mean, it's not like people are gonna go, "Oh shit, let me stop
know
playing PUBG and go play Fortnite." Nobody's gonna
You
do
know-
that.
you know what engine they're using in PUBG though?
What?
It's the Unreal Engine, so it's Epic's engine.
oh Oh my god, the things I would do if I was Epic. Oh yeah. Well, fuck you. You can't use Unreal. I have to do it with like some other. Maybe they'll go to Fox Engine or some shit. If they go
No,
Fox
so-
Engine, it's gonna be amazing. If it still exists, I don't know.
Fox Engine exists. It's a Konami product.
It's
that,
casino, right? So now they do it for casino.
That hurts so badly because his team created that engine. They created it from the ground up.
It's a damn shame. Anyway, that was just my sorry to me complaining, but I needed to give my opinion on that shit, Bill.
Yeah. No.
Anybody
It's valid.
Anybody else has anything to say before we go?
No.
Anybody play? I know there wasn't that many things released other than Marvel.
Marvel came out. 2K came out. Live came.
Which, talking about 2K real fast, I saw somebody in the airport playing the 2K version of in Switch.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Not obviously
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
PS4 or PC, but it looks the little thing really can carry the fucking game. It
Yeah.
looks amazing.
That's awesome.
Reflection and everything on the court.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean it's. They already said the way they save memory is by eliminating modes. So
yeah, Doomsday. People are shocked. They announced it, but now people are actually played it.
and they
they're
say Doom is Doom.
Doom is Doom.
Yeah.
There's a little bit. It runs 30 frames per second. Obviously, maybe once in a while you'll get a 24 frames per second, but still, come on, Nintendo Switch, really?
It's doing well, man.
Xbox is gonna have to do something.
That's what we didn't talk about. Real quick,
What? Before we go,
our buddy Philip
yes,
X. Spencer
promotion.
Oh yeah.
which is the beginning of the end of Xbox.
In my opinion, yes. I didn't think about it till you said it, and yes.
It
This
it
is-
is the beginning of the end because
Where did they put him? What department?
he's the head of Microsoft Games. He's
Which could mean PC.
which is PC. And if you look at a lot of the games that are coming out now, the PlayStation exclusives, and you saw a lot of this at TGS, that a lot of the exclusives left alive. One of them is PS4 and Microsoft, or PC exclusive, excuse me. Nothing about Xbox. So
Oh, man, I don't have. I
So-
should put sound effects in this shit. I'm gonna put one here for that every time we say Xbox.
But Philip is he's moving up in the company, and rightfully so. I mean,
Good for him. I
he-
think
he does good. He tries a little bit too hard, in my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
he looks like the guy who's working for a failure company. He's like, we're doing great.
yeah.
Numbers
Oh, yeah. We saw those a lot.
numbers are doing awesome.
Everything's fantastic. Let me. He looks like the guy who does an intro in the beginning when they're giving you a training video.
Yeah.
Like wearing the leather jacket and he's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I work for Xbox. Let me tell you why. And the sound effects are just like Fallout, It's like cartoons and shit.
Where are you gonna be when the bombs drop?
With 50s music in the back. That's where Phil Spencer should be.
But I mean, congratulations. But it also signifies the beginning of the end.
yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they recognize what he does with the company, and they see that the developers listen to him and things along those lines. So
And people like him.
Yeah.
That's important. If they don't like you, bro, so their CEOs, the other guy, I don't remember what the fuck that guy. People hated that guy.
yeah,
The army hated him when he said, you don't want
Um,
you don't have internet, get an Xbox 360. Remember that?
Yeah.
The next day they fired him for some shit.
yeah.
What are you gonna say, Dylan? Before we go?
before we go, I beat Zelda, and
Oh, congratulations!
thank you.
Wasn't
Everybody
it
should buy
amazing?
It's fucking great from beginning to end.
I know. It's a
Freaking
masterpiece. Frank's gonna play it soon.
No, I'm never playing.
For those of you listening,
The second I played that game, I took my sword. The first thing I did was found a random traveler and I smacked them with it. And the only thing they did is crouch down on all fours. If this was Skyrim, on the other hand,
No,
they'd be
this-
dead.
come
Nope.
on. It's still a kid's game.
I
You
don't
can't just
care.
kill people. That would be cool, but you can't. Though, Dylan, tell me, did you get the shit from the guy? Did he give you a big pile of shit at the end?
No,
What's his
didn't-
name?
it didn't do that.
Who's
Kokuroku, whatever.
No,
the
who's
maraca.
who's the bad guy in that
I
game?
don't know, man. It's you know.
What's his name?
It's pure racist. That,
It
that
begins
thing
with a
playing with
G?
the maracas.
Ganondorf.
It begins with a G.
Ganon. Ganon.
Ganon, yeah.
Ganon was awesome in this game.
He's not a person though.
Yeah.
No,
was
he's
good.
not. He's fucking crazy at the end, right,
Eh,
Dylan?
Whatever.
He's
No, he's. I took a picture. I put it in Twitter, but
No,
no, he's not a.
he's a person. So, anyways,
no, he's
um,
an entity. but
it's been
he's-
real and it's been fun.
It's been fun, guys. Thank you so much. And like I said, if you're gonna catch us, Evil Metal Gamers on Google Play, on iTunes now.
Follow some Mama Fifi.
No,
On
that's on
YouTube?
Twitter. On Twitter and
No, YouTube Mama Fifi.
Mama Fifi, yeah. And Twitter is Mama Fifi. Also, if you want to check us out, also on our Twitter, I said Twitch. I mean, and Twitter, it's Evil Metal Gamers. Also. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and you take care, guys. Hey,
Later,
Dylan, take
guys.
care, Dylan.
Peace.